This is not a story of luck. It's a story of a man who refused to lose, a man named Raj. Raj was born in a small village, in a house that had more dreams than walls. His father worked long, hard hours in a factory. His mother did daily labor to feed the family. They didn't have much, but they had love, and one shared dream: to see Raj educated, to see him live a life better than theirs. Every morning, Raj walked miles to reach a government school. He carried an old torn bag, worn-out shoes, and a burning fire in his heart. He studied under dim light, sometimes with an empty stomach. But no matter how hard life pushed him, he kept moving forward. Until one day, poverty struck harder than before. His father lost his job, and survival took priority over schooling. Raj had to leave school, not because he failed, but because life demanded sacrifice. That day, as he packed away his school books, he felt something break inside him. The dreams that once felt so close suddenly seemed impossible. Years passed. Raj worked wherever he could, small jobs, manual labor, anything that would keep his family afloat. Life was tough, but his spirit still carried that faint spark. And then, tragedy hit again. One rainy evening, Raj met with a terrible accident. When he woke up in the hospital, he couldn't feel his legs. The doctor's voice echoed in his mind, "You may never walk again." The world around him went silent. Days turned into nights of pain and hopelessness. Neighbors whispered that Raj's life was over. Some even said, "Poor boy, he'll never rise again." And for a moment, he believed them. He sank into despair. But one night, lying in the dark, staring at the ceiling, Raj heard a whisper, not from outside, but from within. A small, stubborn voice said, "You've already lost everything, except your will. Don't let that go." That night, Raj made a promise to himself. He said, "I may have lost my legs, but I haven't lost my life. I will rise even if I have to crawl." From that moment, Raj decided not to survive, but to succeed. With whatever strength he had left, he began learning how to make jute bags. He sat in a corner of his small home, cutting, stitching, and designing. He failed many times. The stitches tore, the designs didn't sell, the markets ignored him. But every morning, he began again. He gave his creations a name, a small signature mark, his own icon. He said, "If my name is on it, it will stand for quality." He believed in quality over price, honesty over shortcuts, and patience over profit. Months went by. Sales were painfully slow. Some days he couldn't sell even a single bag. But Raj refused to quit. He reminded himself every day, slow progress is still progress. And then, one afternoon, a local shop owner noticed something different about Raj's bags. The material was strong, the design was clean, and the finish was flawless. The shopkeeper placed a small order, just 10 bags. Raj worked day and night to perfect them. When those bags sold out instantly, the shopkeeper ordered more. Then another store joined in. Word began to spread. People started asking, "Who makes these?" Soon, the name Raj became a symbol of trust. His signature icon, once just a doodle on fabric, became a brand. From a single room, his small business grew into a workshop, then a factory. But Raj never forgot where he came from. Every worker he hired was someone who had once been written off by society: the poor, the disabled, the forgotten. He gave them jobs, dignity, and hope. Years passed, and the company grew beyond what anyone had imagined. The brand became global. His jute bags, known for their strength and style, reached international markets. Newspapers wrote about him. Awards followed. But Raj didn't care much about fame. He cared about impact. He built schools in the same villages where children once couldn't afford to study. He opened rehabilitation centers for accident victims. He helped other small artisans rise with him. One evening, standing before a crowd at his company's anniversary event, Raj looked at his parents sitting in the front row. Tears in their eyes, pride in their hearts. He smiled and said, "I didn't win because I never failed. I won because I never stopped trying." He had turned his pain into purpose, his weakness into strength, and his scars into symbols of victory. Today, Raj's business is worth billions. His signature icon, once stitched by trembling hands, is now recognized across the world. But beyond all the success, the biggest victory was within. Because Raj proved that true success isn't about money, fame, or power. It's about resilience, the ability to rise when life knocks you down. It's about the mindset that says, no matter what happens, I will not give up. Raj's story teaches us that success isn't built in comfort. It's built in struggle, in sleepless nights, in moments when no one believes in you. In the silence where your only ally is your own determination. Every great story begins with pain, but it's the courage to keep going that turns that pain into power. So when life breaks you, remember Raj. When the world says you can't, whisper back, watch me. Because success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who fight, who rise, who choose to win, again and again. Raj was not born lucky. He was born ready to fight. And through every failure, every tear, every challenge, he built his destiny, one stitch at a time. You see, life doesn't ask for perfection. It only asks for persistence. Raj chose not to lose, and that made all the difference. Remember, success isn't a destination. It's a decision. So decide today to rise, to work, to believe, because your story isn't over yet. It's just beginning.